again, right here. Look at you. You have your arms crossed. Yes, you looking over your shoulder. No, you. No, that guy over that old person you got. It's all right. You don't have to. You can warm up to it. I'll be checking you out later. You know, warm up. We expect you to participate when we ask for it. That's for sure. We have a job thanks to you people that come and see us. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Who's seen us for the first time?
First time.
All right, first timers here. All right. Who's here? Who do we have here who've never seen us? Okay, different. That was a different group. All right. How many people have seen us at one time or another? So you people already know the guy with the banjo is Whistling Rick. The guy with the bass, Animal Anders. Dynamite Danny on the mandolin. And when we get started, let's do one right now. Let's do that really pretty banjo song called Suzanna. We pick all sorts of songs. Any kind of music can make a good country song. You can do it yourselves when you're listening to the radio. Just imagine that as a country song. Just throw in y'all in there. You know. Sing it with a little bit of a twang, put a little country beat to it. That's what we did with this song. When we heard it on the oldies radio station, and we said, hey, let's bluegrass the summertime blues.
No doubt, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes going down, but I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the sun.
summertime now. Well, my mama papa told me, son, you gotta earn some money. If you wanna use a car to go right next Sunday. Well, I didn't go to work. I told the boss that I was sick. You can't use the car because it didn't work a lick. Sometimes I wonder what I do. There ain't no cure for the summertime.
Too young to vote.
Ain't no cure for the summertime. There ain't no cure for the summertime. Yeah. That was the weirdest congressman voice Anders that has ever done. That was so out there. Anybody here like to rock and roll? Yeah! We love to rock and roll. We rock and roll all night and party every day.
Show us everything you got. Keep on dancing till the roof gets high. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You sit on the go for a spin, you pockets just gonna let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. Keep on shining, you keep on shining.
Center here at Knott's Berry Farm. We got our friends, the Miners, the Ghost Town Miners. Make sure you see them. They're still going to be around. We're so lucky that our friends get to work here. And also those two old fellers, John and Ralph. Hardy, Ralph. Who said Ralph? Ralph. John and Ralph. Ralph is out there too. But there's so many good things that have been through this summer, and all you people that will support all the groups and everything. That means a whole lot to us. So give yourselves a big round of applause. Yeah. Well, let's do a country classic. Let's do this one. This is a song, I know you've heard the Beatles do it with Ringo Starr, but we're going to try to do it more like Buck Owens did. I'm going to be scooping up to the note. You have to, it's hard to do that. What I'm doing is hard, but what Rick has to do is even harder. Because I have to reach, I shouldn't have told you that. But what I'm doing is I'm going below the note, aiming below the note, and then scooping up to it barely in the nick of time before the end of the phrase. So I have to go below it. He has to go below the harmony pitch, right with me. So we both go at the same, it looks like this visually. Let's do the song, let's see what I'm talking about. Let's do that naturally. They're gonna put me in a movie. They're gonna make a big star out of me. Well, I'll play the part, but I won't need rehearsing. All I gotta do is act naturally. I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Waiting on the street, you can't never tell. That movie's gonna make me a big star. Yeah, I can play the part so well. I hope you come and see me in the movie. I know that you will plan to sleep. Biggest fool that I heard. Summertime blues. You've heard us do a Kiss song, rock and roll all night. It's because we like to do that. That's what we do. We make songs, turn them into bluegrass songs. But you know what makes really good bluegrass songs? Bluegrass songs. He's going to sing a really good one for you right now called "Oh, What You Got."
In my mind, I
We are so happy that we get to work here at Knott's Farm. It's such a great pleasure to work here, and it's so great to have complete freedom to just do whatever crazy thing that we want to do. It's fun to work here. It's exciting. It's not one of those jobs that you go, oh no. It's like, oh good. So, and it's really fun. We've had such a great summer. And Knott's Farm uses this mostly during the seasonal times, the summer, and Christmas and Thanksgiving. And they don't have to have us here during that slow time at all, but they have us here on every single Saturday. There's just a couple of weeks. Yeah, thank you, everybody. There's just a couple of Saturdays that we're going to go do another gig, but we're not going to do that much very often because we just like to be available for them because it's so, well, it's 10 minutes away from my house. It's funny how I live just right between Disneyland and Knott's Farm. Just kind of worked out. Didn't think about that. Didn't think that was the way that it was going to go. But I'm sure glad it did, y'all. We're going to do a ballad. It's a slow song, but we're going to get it a little up-tempo. We're going to skip it along. The music's going to be skipping along beneath, like you're riding on a horse. Love me tender, love me sweet. Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true. All my dreams fulfilled. Oh my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long. Take me to your heart. Or to say that I belong and will never part. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Storey, thank you. When the last of my dreams come true, darling, this I know, happiness will follow you everywhere you go. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfilled. Oh my darling, I love you, and I always will. Oh my darling, I love you, and I always will. Yeah, this teeth chant thing has gotten out of control a little bit. Some people have gotten carried away with the teeth thing, and these are the people that want the teeth. There you are. Okay, all right. Some of you folks don't even know what's going on here because you've never seen our show, and you're still probably even more confused than ever. But I wore these stupid teeth once, and then I've had to wear them every single show. Today was the first day in my life that I forgot the teeth in our first show, which was packed. It totally messed me up. My brain was spinning out of my head. I was going, I can't go on. But I got the teeth for you people right now. Let me put these stupid things on. All right. Who's responsible for these Pikachus? Who did this? Dan? Who did this? I feel like we got these little critters here, and people are catching them on their telephones all the time. to want me. I want you to want me. I need you to need me. I love you to love me. Begging you to beg me. I'll shine on from the boots, put on the cowboy shirt, feel the burn of the work. If you say that you love me, didn't I see you cry?
Crying, crying, crying.
Didn't I see you cry?
Crying, crying, crying.
Feel all over, don't feel like dying.
Dying, dying, dying.
Didn't I see you cry?
Crying, crying, crying.
Thank you very much. It's very nice in here. I look over to me left. Looking over to me left over here, you know, and I was making this banjo gently weep the way he does, only the way he can do it. George, hello George. Hello, bye.
Sorry, I let my hair grow long.
And then of course we've got Ringo. Joey Ramone, what are you doing here? Oh no, it's someone else. But you know, of course we've got John.
Paul, we had quite a tour this summer. I was really happy. It was a little tiring, but we got through it. And I'm looking forward to Eppie's. Booked us for the fall tour. Strangely enough, it's only on Saturdays, but we'll still have a great time. Let's play a little bit of the one we've been, the new one.
Oh yeah. We've been working on a song. We haven't learned the whole song in its entirety, so we'd just like to play what we've learned so far. Ready?
In the time where I was born, let the man sail the seas, and he told us of his life in the land submarines. Wait, do that one more time, please.
He said,
Cheese. So we sailed up to the sun, till we fell Say it. Yellow submarine. Yellow